starts working on his plan. After some time, in the morning, he thinks he made a good plan. He thinks this strategy against the orc guardian will be acceptable. Suddenly, he notices that the lady is sleeping there. Kang is curious about why she fell asleep like this. Meanwhile, Godakin stresses him out to mind his own business. After that, Kang thinks that the priority right now is to bring down the guardian of the ruins. He believes that he has got a lead for now. After this, he tells the Godakin to focus. Kang starts his meditation and is ready to fight with the guardian. He will use his null powers to beat him. He shows his moves to the god. Godakin is bewildered. Kang tells her that he has been constantly practicing since yesterday. He asks him if his actions are similar to those of the orc guardian. He replies that it is accurate. Kang thinks it was because he could peek at the orc's swordsmanship until he got tired of it all day. Suddenly, Kang sees his status window. His window is updated. He thinks he practiced until he was sure and has been rewarded. His blessing level went up. He becomes happy and thanks the god. Suddenly, he becomes sad to see his curse level. He blames the goddess for this. After all this, the increase in the level of the hero curse means that the goddess also noticed it. He thinks that the gnolls did not kill him and that he is still alive. After that, he asks God if they must slowly start going as there is no time to relax here. After some time, Kang again comes to where the orc guardian lives. The orc guardian tells him he is impressed as he comes to die again. He asks him if he can quickly run away again. Kang replies that this time, he is not running away. The guardian tells him that he does not believe him. Kang replies that he does not care if he does not believe him. The guardian tells him to come in, and he will show him around the ruins. Kang tells him he knows he set up a trap because he is cared for by him. The guardian replies that it is a shame for a great warrior like him to use the traps for the fight. Kang notices that the guardian cannot escape the ruins, so he tries to drag him in and handle him that way. After that, he is going to somewhere with the guardian. Kang knows that he uses his brain a little to defeat him. Suddenly, Kang noticed that there was nothing. The guardian tells him this was a training ground for raising heroes in ancient times. Kang thinks he is talking about the orc heroes. The guardian tells him that no, in their race, which God does not choose, there are no heroes. He tells him that humans became arrogant and let their guard down, so they took over this place in that gap. He also tells Kang that leaning behind this one ruin is full of blessings. The guardian tells him that the ruins are to maintain the function of limiting the entry of the strong. But as long as he is alive, it is impossible to rebuild their city, so he needs to kill him here. He is ready for the fight again. Kang smiles after listening to this. Kang tells him he wants to ask him a question before a fight. He asks the guardian if there is treasure here. He replies that weapons are lying around for heroes who just graduated from the training ground. Kang is shocked and thinks about what one could do to that vile goddess with beginner-level weapons. He believes he is doomed. Suddenly, the guardian jumps and tells Kang that the talking ends here. He tells him the resentment of 300,000 comrades so that he will pay it back here. Instantly, Kang takes out his dagger and fights with the guardian. He hits him multiple times with his dagger. The guardian is shocked and thinks he has improved much in a day. Suddenly, he notices that Kang is going towards the exit. He runs to chase him. He angrily tells Kang that he will never let him run away from here. He tries to hit him with his spear but fails. Kang saves himself. Kang tells him that he has been thinking about it since yesterday that one can get out of the ruins. Meanwhile, the portal appeared. The guardian is shocked to see this. Kang is also watching the portal and realizes that this is the exit. He is happy and says setting it peacefully without fighting was a good plan. He didn't think he would disappear at all. He says he cannot level up anyway and does not need to work hard. It is enough for him as long as he can get the treasure. After that, the Godakin tells him about the direction of the treasure. He sees it and thinks that there is a place like this behind. He thinks there really would be a treasure among all the destroyed buildings. After some time, he finds the treasure and becomes happy. He holds a sword from the treasure. Godakin tells him that it is a beginner hero's holy sword. The sacred sword has a plain appearance without decorations but is a powerful weapon filled with divine energy that shines brightly. Kang knows this is a weapon for beginners, but he is curious why it was left like this. Kang starts waving the sword. Godakin tells him that the holy sword can only be held by heroes. Suddenly, Kang feels that the sword becomes heavy. Godakin tells him he can have it as a hero. Kang replies that it means it hates cursed heroes. He breaks the sword with his dagger. Kang says he cannot use it, so it is only fair that other heroes cannot. God admires him for his fairness. After that, Kang destroyed each sword there. He picks up the last one and is going to break it. Suddenly, he feels that this sword is lighter than the others. He comes to know that this sword does not affect the curse. Kang says that in that case, he will destroy everything else. He destroys everything in the treasure except the last sword. After that, he sees his status window, where the curse Holy Sword is added. Kang gets angry as he gets the Holy Sword curse. On the other side, Jang Myeon sees Choi Kangmin at the temple. After that, Choi sees his status window as he gets the new blessing. He has so many blessings with no curse at all. He thinks if this is the reward, he will have to put up with it even though he is tired. He realizes this is what they mean by God's interest as he gets the blessing in just a few days. Choi Kangmin thinks that the upcoming tournament would be an easy win for him at this pace of growth. He will prove it to everyone by winning the prize, the Holy Sword. Conversely, a hero and a demon king, a prince and a princess, knights, wicked women, and even tyrants appear like regulars in romantic fantasies, so anyone is okay. Jang Myeon is thinking about all this. Suddenly, she shouts and asks why she does have to fight. The boy tries to calm her down. She feels that she dreamed of being protected by a handsome knight, but she has a Shield A, who is timid and foolish and overall 4th place. Shield B is selfish and sly and overall in 5th place. Shield C is a concept freak who listens well and is in 7th place. She sighs and thinks she has only these 3 shields. Suddenly, she says sorry to them for being harsh. The boy asks her why she called them. She replied that there was an important issue and called them guys. She tells them that there is a secret information. Soon, they will be picking a hero to send to the academy. The boy gets annoyed. She tells them she is getting into the academy, and her true fantasy life begins there. Suddenly, a boy who is Shield C bows down in front of her and asks her if all those who wish to enter are allowed. Jang Myeon replies that priority is given to heroes with high overall scores. In total, only 4 people will be selected. The boy tells her there will be bloodshed within the faction, but she has nothing to worry about. After that, the other boy asks her why she is sharing this information with them. Jang Myeon replies that she wants them to enter together. She also tells them that she is earnest about this. The boy, Shield B, gets angry and tells her he does not want to clean up her mess with the prince who rides the white horse she is going out with. Jang Myeon promises him she won't do it, and if she breaks her promise, she will grant him a wish. The boy is shocked to hear this. She also tells them that the gods are listening in on everything. Suddenly, a boy who is Shield A comes forward and tells Jang Myeon that he will come along as long as she likes it. The third boy also agrees with her. After that, the second boy says that no matter how much he thinks about it, he feels like he is being deceived. He also agrees with her. Jang Myeon gets happy and thanks everyone. On the other side, in ruins, Kang is so pissed off after getting the curse. He says they cannot curse him for just breaking a couple of swords. After that, he reads about the Holy Sword curse. He holds the Holy Sword and says that if destruction resistance is included with even a defective Holy Sword, then what should he do? Meanwhile, Godakin expresses condolence to the Maker. Kang tells her the Maker probably didn't know a hero would break the Holy Sword. He thinks that out of the countless holy swords, only one is left, a holy sword that becomes stronger from a curse. After that, he tells the god they must go from there. He comes to the place where he thinks that the orc disappeared. Kang asks how he turns on the portal. Suddenly, he notices that the orc guardian again appears. He is running towards Kang to kill him. Kang feels that this time, it feels like a lot has changed. He is ready for the fight. He tells the orc guardian that if he leaves the ruins, he will start to age. The guardian is going to attack him. Kang is also ready and says it is time to test his holy sword. He hits the orc guardian and he flies away. Kang tells him that now it is his turn to cut his arm. The orc's guardian tells him that the price of eating away at his young is very high. He uses his powers and heals his arm. He tells Kang that he has even been ignoring the deaths of 300,000 of his comrades and defending his youth because of his dirty tricks. He jumps and makes a circle of his powers to attack him. Kang is also conscious of his moves. The orc guardian will attack him, but Kang cuts his neck with the holy sword. Kang tells him that a day has passed, but he has not progressed. Kang says he does not need to use any tricks. He used tricks in one case if he was weaker than him. Godakin tells him that the fight is not over yet. Suddenly, Nag notices that the orc guardian is still alive. He can regrow his head. The orc guardian again comes to kill him, but Kang grabs his face and smashes it into the ground. He thinks now he will die. But the orc guardian is still alive. Now Kang is annoyed. He says he will die if he throws him out of the ruins. Suddenly, the orc guardian tells Nag that he lost. He tells him he will do anything he asks, so please do not throw him out of the ruin. Kang is surprised. The guardian tells him that he knows he wants to leave this place. He tells him he can move the city's entrance close to the holy sword. He also tells Kang that a hero can only wield the sacred sword. Kang waves the sword and asks him if he is talking about this. Suddenly, the orc guardian is shocked and says he already knows he is the hero. After that, Kang sees the status window of the guardian. He is at level 8. He also has the hero a curse. Kang is shocked to see this. The Green Guardian tells him it usually happens when he kills a hero. After that, Kang asks him about the Curse of Ruins. The Green Guardian tells him that it is like a mission. If he is in the ruins, he becomes immortal. He also tells him he is the last strong opponent to test the new heroes. Kang replies that it means he is not a guardian. He replies that he never said that he was the guardian of humans. He tells Kang that he is the guardian of the orcs who guards the homestead of his kind. Kang tells him, so still, he lost. The orc's guardian starts crying. Kang tells him that even the demon he knows has weak tear glands, but he is challenging. After that, the Green Guardian asks Kang if he is leaving. He replies that he earlier said he would not let him go. The Green Guardian tells him it would be good if he left immediately. Kang also wants to leave this place as soon as possible. He thinks that it is hard for him to trust this orc. After that, Kang tells him to send the humans too. The Green Guardian agrees and says that this city should not be known to humans, but in that case, he cannot refuse his request. After that, Kang cheers up the humans as they all go home. Everyone keeps quiet. Some of the humans take Kang's bag. After that, the portal appeared. Kang feels it is similar when the goddess sends him back. He thinks that he can be in danger again. Kang asks the Green Guardian if he should return here and then what he should do. He replies that if he speaks to the Holy Sword, he can hear it. Kang thinks this orc is unreliable, but Godakin tells him it is safe for him. Godakin again stresses to him that it is secure. Kang tells her that he believes in her and is going. After that, he comes to the portal. They all come into the room on the other side of the portal. Kang finds this place odd. He again opens the portal and sends the humans back to the city. He tells the god she told him it was a safe place. He sees some pieces of clothes on the bed. Kang says that a noblewoman with a holy sword is decoration on the wall. This room's owner is not an ordinary person. Again, Godakin tells him that it is a safe place. Kang is now annoyed. Kang replies that it means it will be dangerous later. Godakin confirms it. Kang says it means they have to get out of here quickly. Suddenly, he notices that something is wrong there. He is curious why his bag is here. On the other side, at the Hunter village, Princess Athena is teaching her students. She tells the students that recently, this village has been in a state of chaos due to many incidents, so please be careful not to unsettle the residents. Heroes are looking curious about it. Princess Athena tells them to be careful not to disturb the saintess. At the same time, the villager takes the saintess to the place where the incident happened earlier. She tells him that this place is cleared up. The man suddenly bowed down and apologized to her. She tells them that she only decided to come here because she heard there was a mysterious massacre. After that, she asks the man if it is true that the elder Celeblus was imprisoned here. That man tells her that is right. After that, the saintess asks the man if he knows the worth of the elder Celeblus. The man is looking confused. The saintess tells him it is okay as it is a problem, even if he knows or does not. She knows that the Celeblus is the guardian of the flame. Despite her weakness in direct combat, the animals she raises are pretty strong, especially the phoenix that gave her the name Guardian of the Flame. After that, the saintess says that they can interfere with the peace and harmony among humans and fairies and that inducing a war is unacceptable. However, since the person in charge has forgiven this matter, he won't get involved anymore. The man thanks the saintess. After that, she asks the man about the person's appearance. The man tells her that the person has short black hair, similar to the heroes who visited today. The saintess is shocked and asks the name of the hero. The man cries and tells her that he does not know anything else. After that, the saintess says that now they have to go and show the heroes around the village. Her helper knows that the saintess is thinking about the nag Han Soo. The saintess tells her she wonders how he survived, but she knows it is him. The saintess says that no matter how many blessings he has, he could not have defeated Knowles at level 1. She compares him with her heroes. Even in their best conditions, the heroes were defeated by merely 2 Knowles. At level 1, he is all alone, so it will be impossible. The saintess is curious about who will bless him because all the gods are at the temple with them. The helper tells her that if the spirit and the bag's owner are the same people, the saintess replies that she can still control the heroes, so it is alright. Then she thinks it is dangerous to bring the heroes. She also says she won't be caught immediately, so do not worry. She says the one who knows the name is dead, and she also has concrete evidence. The helper tells her that if there is another matter, she thinks the tournament information has leaked. The saintess replies that she already knows that and she is just pretending not to know. She tells her that dealing with data is up to each person. After that, the saintess tells the lady that she does not think hero Jang Mihyun has been changing enthusiastically as of late. The saintess smiles and tells her that she does not know why she wants to go to the academy, but she will do her best like this until the tournament. On the other side, the rain is going to start. Meanwhile, the students are getting annoyed. Choi is observing everything. He thinks that it feels like everyone has come on a picnic. There is nothing to worry about for the tournament. Suddenly, he notices someone is standing in the darkness. He tells the other heroes to call Princess Athena as he thinks the gnolls might also appear. Instantly, they see that he is the hero, Oh Han-woo, who is slightly injured. Choi tells him that he looks like a mess. Oh Han-woo is shocked to see them there. He tells Choi that this is his honorary medal of victory. Choi is surprised to hear that. Oh Han-woo tells him it is a token of success in a real battle that must be unthinkable for them. He also tells him they can duel if he does not believe him. Choi agrees and tells him he will show him the difference in their skills. He takes out his sword. Han-woo knows that Choi is at a higher level than him, but he also has the blessing of magic. He uses his revenge blessing and thinks he will not lose the fight. They both are ready for the fight. Suddenly, Arya comes between them. She stops them. She tells them that she cannot stop them from battling. She tells Choi that she wants to inform him that Han-woo is injured. Han-woo is surprised to see her. Choi also agrees and says it has to be a fair battle for no excuses to be made later. Suddenly, the Saintess comes there and tells Han-woo that he is creating trouble outside the temple. She tells him that she will heal him for it to be fair. She tells Choi to end it quickly. Choi is ready for the fight. He tells Han-woo that now they will see some of the skills he trained in real life. Han-woo thinks they think he is weak, the one who overcomes the suffering. He let his guard down a few days ago as he wanted to be more careful next time. Park Han-young took those women. The sad teardrops that he saw when they were leaving. He promises that he will surely save them. Suddenly, he notices that his status window is updated. He gets the blessing of revenge. This means the more robust the target for revenge, the stronger he becomes. He thinks it is some strength given to the protagonist because his comrades betrayed him. Han-woo thinks about the target for revenge, and he is Park Han-young. He is too absurd to be considered a target for retribution and someone who can be viewed as a nemesis, Choi Gangman. After that, Han-woo speaks up and says that no one is other than him as he thought. He is also ready for the fight. He cheers him up by saying that he is the protagonist of this world. After that, he is going to attack a slime, but the slime jumps and beats him. He falls away. Han-woo thinks that the slime has a greater level than him. After that, he notices his window status, where the curse is added. He is surprised that a strange curse fell on him while he was only hunting slimes. After that curse fell on him, he could not even kill the slimes he had trounced. Han-woo is curious about how a curse that interrupts growth falls on him. He thinks about Arya and that she should tell him if such a curse existed. After that, Han-woo believes it is okay if this is the protagonist's fate. He throws his fireball toward Choi. The powers of both of them are collapsed. Choi tells him he has become pretty good over the past few days. They do not see each other. Han-woo replies that he is already scared of this body's magic. He also tells him it will be difficult if he is already scared. Choi tells him that he will let him see the truth for himself. Choi's blade is shining. He uses his blessing of speed to attack him. On the other side, Han-woo is ready to attack him with a massive fireball. Choi says that such a big attack is nothing if dodge. Suddenly, a second blast happened. Choi is shocked as Han-woo's magic skills improve so much. Choi uses all his powers and agility to dodge his attack. He tells Han-woo that just because he escaped it, he thought he would win if he managed to land it on him. Everyone is shocked there. Han-woo tells Choi not to kid him as it does not make sense. The fire does do any harm to Choi. Han-woo is shocked. Choi tells him that he lost the battle. He is going to hit him with his word. Suddenly, there is a vast blast happened. Both Han-woo and Choi fall. After that, the Saintess tells her helper to clear it immediately. On the other hand, Nag is worried as he comes to a dangerous place. He does not believe that the Green Guardian sent him to this place. Suddenly, Cogmos comes there and asks him if he is going back. Kang is surprised to see him there. Cogmos tells him that he was initially planning to leave yesterday, but he missed the timing because of some human appearing, whom he should avoid contact with at all costs. Kang asks him if the Saintess show up or something. He replies that he would have been killed already if that sacred thing had come to the city. Kang asks him who it is. Cogmos tells him that it was Prince Alsus, the first heir to the throne of this Sword Master Kingdom. He also tells him that Prince Alsus is the third strongest knight in the kingdom. He is from the second generation of monsters, reminding him of the younger days of the monster queen called the Night King. At the same time, Kang is changing his clothes. After that, Cogmos tells him the ladies told him the prince wants to see him. Kang is shocked to hear this. Cogmos tells him that if he happens to meet him, do not say a word about him because he will immediately find out he is a demon. Kang asks him how it is possible. He replies that Prince Alsus is a paladin whom the Saintess blessed. Kang thinks he should avoid Prince Alsus. After that, he tells Cogmos that he is saying that Prince Alsus has nothing to do with him. He gets angry as Kang does not listen to him. Suddenly, the ladies come there. Cogmos tells him they didn't even call them, but they came searching for him themselves. It seems he is popular among the females. Meanwhile, Godakin is again annoyed with the ladies. Kang tells them they must be here again to ask him to help them level up. Cogmos tells him that he has a tendency to trivialize the feelings of others, and if he continues this way, he will never be able to marry. After that, the girls say something to Kang. Cogmos tells him they were sad thinking he left when they didn't repay him for his grace. He also asks Kang what he has been doing so that he gets a curse again. Kang is ignoring him. Cogmos asks him if he kills a warrior somewhere or something. He replies that he didn't do this. Cogmos tells him that it is a farewell to him and the city. If he continues together, he will undoubtedly die without getting married. Kang grabs him by his neck and asks who will translate for him if he goes. Cogmos tells him to unhand him as he has an idea. He tells him that they have to find an enslaved person who has been blessed with language. Kang tells him that he earlier told him that the people who know the language are rare. Cogmos tells him that they can do anything with money. He tells him it should be enough to find one since he killed and earned that much. Suddenly, Kang tells him that he has been thinking of getting away from him all this while. Kang is going to beat him. Suddenly, the ladies interrupt them. Kang asks them what happened. Cogmos tells him that he is slow-witted. He asks him what he thinks would be why a woman would come all dressed up like that to see a man. Kang guesses it may be love. Cogmos tells him that he has no clue. After that, Kang tells him the ladies want to go out and play so he can join them. Cogmos agrees with him as he can only take risks if the prince is in the city. After some time, they roam in the city. At noon, the girls dressed him up. Meanwhile, Kang is very uncomfortable with these clothes. They are outside of the noble's mansion. Kang is thinking about the place. After some time, they enter the mansion. Kang is still curious as he does not know what is happening. Suddenly, he sees a man standing near the window. He is Prince Alsus. He tells him that he is overwhelmed. The two nobles were eager to meet his highly esteemed self. Kang is shocked to hear this. Prince Alsus tells him that it is the blessing of language. A prince should be able to speak the language of every country and race. Meanwhile, Kang thinks he is the Prince Cogmos is talking about. After that, Prince Alsus introduces himself to Kang. He tells him he is a prince but does not feel too pressured. The ladies are looking surprised. Prince Alsus bowed his head and said that he did it to subjugate the orc, which was an issue of this kingdom, and to save the two daughters of nobility, who are the jewels of this kingdom. He thanks Kang Han Soo for this favor. Kang replies that he has done it naturally. Prince Alsus tells him that's why he is curious about the skills that annihilated the great orc of the plains. So would he please spare some time for his sword? Kang is surprised to hear that. He is standing still. Prince Alsus tells him that he guesses he got too excited about having guests invited. Kang is shocked to see so much food there. Prince Alsus tells him, let's continue the talk over a meal. Kang eats a lot of food. Prince Alsus tells him that he is a little envious that his stomach is never complete, no matter how much he eats. Kang says sorry for eating up everything. Prince Alsus tells him it is much better than leaving them to waste. After that, he asks Kang how he got the warrior's curse. Kang replies that he does not know if he believes him, but he once taught a warrior harassing an innocent fairy a lesson. Prince Alsus tells him that now he realizes the reason behind the fairy's blessing. After that, he asks Kang if he remembers how the warrior looked. Kang replies that he hits him right in the face, so he does not recognize the warrior. Prince Alsus tells him not to worry. They will find a warrior if they investigate warriors who have hurt their faces. After that, Prince Alsus tells him that the reason he invited him is, according to the guild investigations, he is the one who has hit the most number of orcs lately. Kang asks him if he has done something wrong. Prince Alsus tells him that he does not do anything wrong. He tells him that he has taken care of a problem the kingdom is currently facing. He also tells him to think of it as a light investigation. Kang is looking curious. Prince Alsus tells him that all those orcs in the plains have lately disappeared like magic. He asks him if he has any idea about this. Kang replies that he guesses he hunted way too many orcs. He tells him that if it were possible for the orcs to be cared for through personal effort, they would have already dispatched the knights. Prince Alsus tells him that he would have subjected them himself. The ladies are shocked to hear this. Kang replies that he also thinks the same. After that, Prince Alsus tells him he is absorbing, just as the ladies said. He wants to get to know about him more and more. At night, they all come out of the mansion. Prince Alsus tells Kang that he only planned to end this with a simple thanks for saving the ladies. After that, he tells him that he cannot control his curiosity now that he has confirmed that he is level 1. They come out for the duel. Prince Alsus thanks him for accepting the fight. Kang replies that it is not even unique, so watch. Kang thinks he should not take out the holy sword just in case, so he takes out the dagger. Prince Alsus is shocked to see the fairy's dagger. Kang tells him that taking out a weapon for display is too much. After that, he shows them his null power. Everyone is shocked to see this. Prince Alsus is impressed with him and tells Kang he can easily use such a dangerous deception. He tells him he learned this artifact by injuring his right hand 10,000 times. Kang replies that it is the same for him, too. Meanwhile, Godakin warns him that he is lying. Prince Alsus tells him that being so highly skilled despite being level 1, they will give him their spare sword as a present. He tells Kang he will let him make the first attack, so come at him whenever he wants. Kang accepts his offer, and he is ready for the duel. He thinks that Prince Alsus is the third strongest knight in the kingdom, so he should test his full force here. He uses his blessing of outsiders and fairies. Prince Alsus is shocked to see him like this, as an excellent aura around him looks so powerful. Kang comes forward and hits Prince Alsus's blade with his knife. There is a vast light illuminated. Everyone is shocked. After that, Kang realizes he accidentally attacked too hard as he breaks the sword. He is a little bit worried as he thinks Prince Alsus has died. He sees the exit so he can run away. After that, he runs from the mansion. On the other side, Prince Alsus is smiling. He sits on the ground with his broken blade. He thinks that his reaction was a bit late. His sword, which he puts his power into, broke this quickly. He says that Kang Han Soo is a very absurd one. Suddenly, the girls come near Prince Alsus and ask him if he is alright. He replies that he is okay. After that, he stands up and says that the world is very vast. Leisha tells him that she thinks Kang Han Soo was startled, too. Julia is also shocked as he immediately runs away. Prince Alsus says that it all happened because of his weakness. He almost got the savior of the kingdom guilty of attempted royal murder. After that, he tells the ladies he wants to apologize to Kang Han Soo and needs their help. Julia tells him that he would have gone to the motel. After this, the ladies are also going somewhere. Leisha tells Prince Alsus to wait for them. Meanwhile, Prince Alsus looks calm and is excited about when he first learned about the sword from his mother. On the other side, the Saintess returns to her room. He asks the house helper if anyone entered her room without permission today. As usual, he replies that no one did except the inspector and the maids. The Saintess knows that there is an intruder as footprints are on the floor. The house helper warns her and tells her to stay out of there as an assassin might be hiding. The Saintess sees him and asks him if he is telling her that there are assassins who leave behind tracks. After that, he tells them that no one will come in until she says so. She sees that the bag of Nag Han Soo is also missing. She is shocked. She thinks that out of everything, only the bag is gone. It is okay even if the other things get stolen since they can be replaced. But Kang Han Soo's bag cannot be returned. She is a little bit worried. She thinks that the clear evidence that God lied has disappeared. A certain bumptious god of goodness asks her what the fuss is about. She replies that Kang's bag has been stolen. The Saintess is worried and says that somebody broke into her room and stole it, the only thing they took. A certain bumptious god of goodness rebukes her, saying she should have destroyed it earlier. The Saintess replies to God, please do not put her faith to the test. A certain bumptious god of goodness is uncomfortable and asks her what she will do. She replies that she will have to leave it for fate to decide. A certain bumptious god of goodness asks her if there is any way to find it. The Saintess tells her that instead of asking how she looks for it herself, a certain bumptious god of goodness leaves with a frustrated expression after that. The Saintess is so worried, and her head hurts just from thinking about Kang Han Soo. Suddenly, a magic ball asks the Saintess if he is okay. She tells the ball to send the message to Prince Alsus and the Fairy Kingdom. After some time, the house helper comes to Prince Alsus and tells her that the Saintess is looking for him. Prince Alsus thinks she calls her because he forgot to report to her. He tells her helper that he will leave the destroyed fountain and the rest to her and then leaves. He comes to his room and sits before the magic ball. He calls the Saintess. She asks him about his investigation of the disappearance of the orcs. Prince Alsus tells her that he will report on the contents of the study. He thinks executing their orc hunting plans with the warriors will be challenging. He also tells her that the number of orcs has drastically decreased and does not seem to increase. The Saintess asks him if he finds the reason. Prince Alsus tells her that according to what they found from an orc, they captured and interrogated through the blessing of language. It seems that a demon has taken over their habitat. The Saintess is surprised to hear that. Prince Alsus tells her that the information has not yet been confirmed true. She tells him they should strengthen the watch on demons doing such a thing. She also appreciates him for his efforts. After that, Prince Alsus tells her that he has a suggestion he wants to make. On the other side, at the motel, Kang tells Cogmos to pack his stuff immediately as they have to run away from there. He tells him that if they are caught, they will be executed for the attempted murder of the prince. Cogmos is shocked to hear this. Kang tells him that he can run away quickly. Cogmos tells him that he is worried about himself being involved with him. Kang takes out the holy sword and tells her to tell the orc to open the portal quickly. Suddenly, the portal appears. Cogmos is shocked to see this as he does not believe that Kang is using some magic. Kang tells him he does not have time to explain, so meet him at the city's northern gate. He also tells him that he will not wait for him for long. After that, he enters the portal. Kang is so pissed off right now. On the other hand, Prince Alsus tells the whole thing to the Saintess that a warrior attacked the fairy. He tells the Saintess that he knows nothing about the name or the appearance. Besides, his face was injured so severely that his original face could not be recognized. The Saintess tells him that she has one person that comes to mind. She tells Prince Alsus that he might be Hanwoo. Even for him, it won't be easy to cause a nuisance like this. Prince Alsus tells her he has appointed inspectors so the expelled warriors do not cause problems. After that, she tells him that she permits it and that he rewards the cursed citizens generously. She also says that the warrior's fault is the lady's responsibility. She tells him she should take care of this, but she has to go to the fairy kingdom urgently, making it complicated. Prince Alsus understands her and tells her he will reward them so they do not feel disappointed. After that, they end their meetings. Prince Alsus stands near the window and thinks about Kang Han Soo as he wants to be him in his kingdom. He thinks this armor level won't be enough to get him. Kang is throwing the stuff from the portal. The humans are waiting for him. After that, he comes out of the portal. Now he is in the Orc City. Bruce is happy to see him. Kang tells him that they need people. Bruce asks him what kind of people he needs. He tells him that he needs the people who move out of his stuff. Suddenly, the Green Guardian comes there and asks Nag what is happening. Kang tells him that from now on, these people will be moving his things, so do not kill them. He replies to Kang that this place is not his storehouse. Kang replies that he has to transfer the stuff he has ordered through the sword to the exit. The Green Guardian tells him he has experienced many types of humiliation before, but this is the first tie to the fact that he's weaker than him, making him angry. Kang tells him that he will take this as a compliment. After some time, Cogmos also comes to the city's northern gate. Kang also comes there. He tells him to run away quickly. Cogmos is shocked and tells him to explain the situation. Then he decides. Kang tells him they must run as far away as possible from the ladies. Cogmos asks him if it is related to receiving the warrior's curse. Kang agrees with him. Cogmos looks worried and tells him they should head north as early as possible if he wants to escape him. Kang asks him what is in the north. Cogmos tells him that the biggest slave market in the western continent is in the north. He also tells him that he will find an enslaved person who holds the blessing of language. Kang is smiling. Cogmos is annoyed with his expression. Kang tells him that the fact that he is not running away is fascinating. Cogmos gets angry and tells him that he is the one who took all his things. Suddenly, Kang holds Cogmos and starts running. After some time, in the jungle, Cogmos is hungry. He wants to eat something. After that, Kang tells the holy sword something and takes the food from the portal. Cogmos is shocked to see this. They eat the food. After eating the food, Kang says it is not as delicious as he had with the prince. Cogmos tells him that no matter how he sees it, he does not understand it. He has never heard of magic that prepares meals and does the dishes. Kang didn't reply to him. Cogmos gets angry. Kang tells him that they have to move now. He tells him to stop fretting as they are almost there. Kang is surprised. After some time, they reach the slave market. The market is very huge. Cogmos tells him to stop behaving like a villager and come quickly. Cogmos tells him there will be issues if the checking is too strict in cities like this one, where the population is large. Kang tells him that this is a weird town. Cogmos tells him he will not run away for now, so give him back his things first. Kang tells him that he cannot leave him until they find an enslaved person who has the blessing of language, and Cogmos agrees with him. After that, Kang tells the holy sword to send him the old brown bag at the back. After that, the portal gives him the bag. Cogmos thinks the sword seems the medium. This guy would have learned something other than magic. He thinks the holy sword is the magic sword. He tells Kang to give him the blades as he wants to look at the sword. He holds the sword and says that it does not look like there is a dimensional spell on it. Outwardly, it simply looks like an ordinary iron sword. Suddenly, Cogmos is shocked by the sword and realizes that this is the holy sword. Kang tells him that he does not know that the theft prevention was installed in this. Cogmos is angry at him and tells him he cannot give the holy sword to a demon. He says he should have known when he handed it over to him so quickly. After that, he asks Kang how he can hold the holy sword. Kang replies that this is a defective product. Cogmos tells him the weapon is also a defective product, just like its owner. Kang gets mad after listening to this. After roaming in the slave market, Kang asks him if he is okay as he looks fatigued. Cogmos tells him he cannot be alright before a holy sword. Meanwhile, an enslaved demon is listening to them. The owners in the slave market are selling their slaves. Suddenly, Kang says this is turned off. Cogmos didn't understand him. Kang tells him that he imagined the owner of the enslaved person mistreating the enslaved person and a man of justice saving the enslaved person. Cogmos means that he is saying nonsense and that he does not have big expectations from someone like him, who almost murdered the prince. He tells him to think usually, at least. Suddenly, Kang sees that the man is torching his slave. Kang asks Cogmos what is happening. He replies that it is a classic narrative that induces sympathy. He also tells him that after a performance like that, the weak-minded ones are inspired to buy the enslaved people. Cogmos tells him that looking at that enslaved person as her skin looks so good for someone being abused. Kang is surprised. Cogmos tells him that does not fall for it and just come this way. Kang thinks that there are 4 types of enslaved people sold at the market. They are human, fairy, dwarf, and mermaids. There are little differences in price depending on the kind of enslaved person. But more than their appearance or their skills, the most critical attribute was their level. After that, Cogmos tells Kang that since they have no place to go now, so have a look around here later by himself. Kang asks him about the destination. He replies that he knows a few shops that only handle the top-end enslaved people. After some time, Kang comes to the inn. There is a fairy there who welcomes him. Cogmos tells her that he is looking for an enslaved person with the blessing of language. She asks him about the level of the enslaved person. Cogmos tells her that the rest does not matter. He wants an enslaved person with the blessing of language. Suddenly, Kang speaks up and says that the enslaved person should be one who will be able to follow him through his journey. Cogmos tells him that this kind of enslaved people does not exist, but he will try it. The lady means that they have one enslaved person. Cogmos is shocked to hear that. He tells Kang that he already pities the enslaved person who will be suffering because of him. After that, the lady takes them to the enslaved person. After reaching there, Kang sees there are some top-end enslaved people there. He asks Cogmos why they didn't run from here. He replies that all enslaved people enslave a person's curse or mark on them without expectation. He also tells him to see the status windows of the enslaved people. After that, the lady shows them the enslaved person. She is a beautiful lady but a demon. Kang finds her fascinating. It is rare to see a monster who has fallen to be a slave to humans. Kang makes fun of him and tells Cogmos that he ordered an enslaved person who is just like him, and the only one who can satisfy that condition is a demon. Cogmos says that he wants to buy this enslaved person. Cogmos is counting his money. On the other side, Kang asks the enslaved person how she ended up becoming a slave. She replies that there was a man who was more precious to her than anything, but he doubted her love for him, and so she consented to be his slave. Kang finds this story interesting. Meanwhile, God is annoyed with him. On the other side, Cogmos finds it a sad tale and cries. Both the Lady Demon and Kang are watching him. Suddenly, the Lady Demon tells her master to remove her from the Cogmos as he dares to look at her lightly. She feels like ripping his eyes out. After that, Kang tells the Lady Demon that they have to go. She asks him if it is okay without proper confirmation. He replies that it is okay since they already confirmed it from her status window. Her name is Dialoka, level 27. She has so many blessings with 3 curses. Dialoka is a little bit pissed off. She tells him not to take it weirdly. It is because of the blessing of an enslaved person. Suddenly, she comes near him and tells him he can order her to translate next to him. She tells him that the reason she is obeying him, an inferior human, is to be commended. Instantly, Cogmos tells him that he will not simply spare him if he tries commanding her to do something weird. Dialoka tells Kang to give her a command to kill him. Kang tells him that he has not killed him yet. Kang thinks that he should buy some other enslaved people. After some time, he purchased many enslaved people because they were cheap. Dialoka says they all have low levels. It is a blue-collar job. After that, Kang creates the portal and tells his slaves to enter the portal one by one. Suddenly, Cogmos comes near him and tells him he wants to tell him something. He tells Kang that he has changed his mind and from now on, he will accompany him. Suddenly, an arrow hits Cogmos' head and he falls. Kang is shocked. Dialoka tells him she wants to do it, but someone else seems ahead of her. Kang says that getting attacked in broad daylight makes this world fascinating. Meanwhile, someone is shooting arrows at them. Everyone gets frightened there. Kang finds it troublesome that people are going to gather there. Dialoka tells him that these guys are slave thieves. She tells him it looks like a rumor spread about a level 1 guy buying many enslaved people. The guards also come there. Dialoka asks him if she kills them. Kang tells her that it does not matter to her since she is enslaved. But the fact that this guy is a demon should not be found out. He tells her it cannot be helped, let's escape the city. After some time, they are in the jungle. Kang takes Cogmos and tells him to get a hold of himself and that he cannot be weak. Cogmos tells him he has never been this close to getting assassinated, so he would just let his guard down. Dialoka tells Cogmos that it means he has been living defenseless all this while and just depending on his healing power. She tells him that he is weak. Cogmos gets angry. Kang again sees the blood stains. Suddenly, Dialoka is going to attack Kang. Kang holds her hand and tells her she thinks he is straightforward. After that, he uses his power of Knoll and cuts her one hand. Dialoka gets shocked and asks if he is a level 1 player. Kang replies to her what if he is not. He tells her it seems she is taking him as easy as Cogmos. She again runs towards him to attack him and tells him he is human. Kang is ready and replies that now he will show her his absolute master's powers. He jumped and punched her so many times. Dialoka is smiling after being beaten up. She tells him it looks like he also let his guard down. She hits Kang with full power. Kang knows that this is going to hurt quite a lot. After that, Dialoka apologizes and tells him that an injury of this level is nothing to a demon. She also tells him to please make a command to declare that she is free, and then she will heal him immediately. Kang smiles as he is already recovering. He tells her that her master also doesn't get weakened by this kind of injury. She gets annoyed. She also heals her hand. Kang comes to know that they both have healing abilities. He tells her they should fight to the death and see what happens. Meanwhile, Cogmos tells her he knows Kang well in his battle style, so he wants to assist her. Suddenly, Kang throws his dagger at him. Cogmos gets injured. He tells him he claims to know him very well, yet he is not expecting this as he will beat him if he tries to betray him. Dialoka thinks that Cogmos is an evil man, and it is also not easy to be this bothersome. Suddenly, Kang jumps and hits Dialoka. He tells her that she cannot see that it is all for impressing her. She stops his attack and tells him she hates guys who cannot be trusted. Kang tells her that she is the one who betrayed his trust. He is going to punch her again. She replies that she is enslaved, but she never swore to become his slave. The powers of both are collapsed. Meanwhile, Dialoka knows that her healing cannot keep up with the wounds she sustained during the fighting. She is curious how Kang Han Soo is still so active. On the other hand, Kang smiles and tells her it is a pretty good excuse. Kang again hits her. There is a blast happened. He says it is her multiple times and tells her she cannot beat him as there is no chance. Kang punches her. He tells her that she says she does not care about the body at all, yet she is more challenging than the orc guy. Suddenly, the wings appear on Dialoka's body. Kang is shocked to see them. Kang is ready to punch her and tells her that even before she can fly, he will knock her down. But she jumps instantly. Kang is shocked to see her passing away. He thinks that she is after constantly switching between attacking and healing. It looks like she is fatigued. Kang is happy that if it happens, it will be easy for him to chase her. He uses his blessings of fairies and outsiders. He knows that she is nothing that great. On the other side, Dialoka tells him she should end this with one shot. She comes down to beat him. On the other side, Kang is also ready to end this fight. Suddenly, he was shocked to see her as she hit him on his head. There is a vast blast that happened. After some time, Kang comes to his senses. He is sad as he lost her. Godakin asks him if this loss is expected. Kang tells her that this is an irresistible force. Suddenly, Dialoka comes there and asks Nag if he is okay. She tells him to give him some new clothes. Kang asks her why he should give her new clothes. Suddenly, Cogmos speaks up and says he will get her some dresses that suit her well. She punches him and tells him that taking care of the enslaved person's food, clothing, and shelter is the master's duty. Kang is watching them. After that, he takes out the clothes from the portal. Dialoka wears the dress. She tells Kang it was a loss from her side, considering she could not overwhelm him. Dialoka tells Kang that she does not know what will happen if the ownership gets transferred to Cogmos while she is tired like this. After that, she comes near Kang and tells him that he let himself lose on purpose in the end, which is very dissatisfying. Kang replies that she should say something else to him, like she has lost, or she will obey him. She tells him she has acknowledged that he, a lower creature, is her proprietor. She tells Kang that it is humiliation and shame for which she will be laughed at for the rest of her life. So, think of it as a minimum test that was required. Kang tells her that it is her problem. She replies that he has so much greed. She tells him what else he wants from her, who becomes a slave to him. Suddenly, again, Cogmos warns Kang that he will kill him if he makes any absurd wish for her. Dialoka stops him and tells him what she will do about it if he does not forgive. Meanwhile, Godakin tells Kang that Cogmos is a hopeless demon. Kang also finds him crazy. Suddenly, Dialoka holds Kang from his face. Kang asks her what she is trying to do again. She hugged him and told him that he told her to reward him appropriately, so she hugged him. Kang tells him that she misunderstands him. She tells him that since she is fatigued because of him, she will leave the rest of the work to him. She fainted. On the other side, Prince Alsus is talking with the Saintess in the mansion. The Saintess tells him that it is a big issue that the orcs in the plains have been eradicated. The other lady holds the slime and tells him it was the knoll last time, whose number drastically decreased in the forest, and this time, it is the orcs. She asks the Saintess if she comes here in search of her for that issue. The other lady is Celebliss. The Saintess tells her that she is not coming for this. Meanwhile, Celebliss smiles and says she wonders how he is doing. After that, Celebliss tells the Saintess that he is saying that she wants to find the stolen items and the culprit. The Saintess replies yes, she wants this. Celebliss tells her that she won't be seeing the culprit. She puts her hand on the slime and tells the Saintess that she will try to request this friend cooperate. The Saintess excuses her for the question and then asks her if this friend has such an ability. Celebliss laughs and tells the Saintess not to worry as this mauling is a special slime. She tells her that this friend is not mauling like the other slimes, but it is mauling. The Saintess tells her that she cannot understand anything she is saying. She replies that she will know when she sees Mauling's power. Celebliss asks the Saintess where the clues are to finding the culprit. She replies that they are currently at the scene of the crime. She also tells her to find the thief who intruded into her room. Celebliss is shocked to hear that. After that, Celebliss tells the Mauling to reveal the intruder's identity. Mauling is smiling. The Saintess asks Celebliss what Teacher Mauling is saying. Meanwhile, she thinks she cannot interpret it through the blessing of language. Suddenly, Celebliss speaks up and tells the Saintess that according to Mauling's explanation, the intruder has run away using the holy sword hanging on the wall. The Saintess now realizes this is the worst as the warrior is the culprit. She is looking worried. She tells her that it seems like she has already guessed the culprit. She thanks her for the help. She asks if there is anything she can help with as well. Celebliss tells her she plans to join a magic institute this time. It would be nice if she could help her at that time. The Saintess is surprised and tells her it looks like she is saying that she will be taking office as a professor in the Magic Institute. Celebliss tells her that she is right. She, whose level was lower than that of the soldier during the last incident, could not do anything then. She tried increasing her level through hunting but realized it didn't suit her. Due to the Celebliss being nature and reluctance towards wars, despite living thousands of years as a member of the Fairy Kingdom, she is only level 12. If she obtains the teacher title, she can gain experience without battles. That would be the best choice for her. After that, the Saintess tells her that she understands her and that she will try her best. On the other side, in the city, Oh Han-woo is looking happy. He says that despite the gap in their levels, he will completely trash Choi Gangman the next time they meet. A certain god appreciates him. He is happier as the god compliments him. After that, a merchant master comes with some stuff and tells Oh Han-woo that he has his ordered objects. Oh Han-woo is shocked to see the stuff. The merchant master tells him it is just a token of thanks to someone who will save the world. Oh Han-woo replies that he still thinks that is too much for him. After that, he tells him that he wants to ask him something. She asks the merchant master if a dungeon is nearby that no one has conquered yet. He replies that there is no dungeon nearby. Oh Han-woo thinks that they just would not have found one yet. It does